From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Neal. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction. And some
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right.
Yeah, go get him, Jabril.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
3rd and long.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Downs, if you don't kick that shit. That's a coup. I can't play both niggas, bro. I'm trying to fuck. The defense, boy.
Jake Camarda is out there. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. On the ground, it's the rookie running back out of Miami. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at the Saints defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Yo, you have to pick him up.
Get about 3 up to the 41. Third down and 6. Now Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's not a touchdown? Oh, my God.
Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Young takes it on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Young to throw it this time. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at the 1-yard line. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Young. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now receiver in motion left. 4th down, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, they run with Neal. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Fuck.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run with Neal.
We heard, come on.
He's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Neal as they stay on the ground. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. And a great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7.
That nigga threw a perfect.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fucking wrong.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Young to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now here's Young. That is caught. And he's got some space here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. is Young. Escaping the pressure right. And his throws.
Oh, I have to come back to that bush.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught by McMillan. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense.
Bro, can my nigga fucking get rested?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Young off the play fake.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, Young. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So 4 time on the sack, and it brings him 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Young now. They'll roll him out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And that one not going to work at all. Boy, the defense all over it, and they blow that up behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's
killed.
One. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Again, it's Johnson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Neal. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9 now. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. They got 29 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. This is Neal. To about the 26 here. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Second and 6. They'll drop the throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 26 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Joey slide out and kick off after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Young to throw it. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Young will set to throw. Rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Hey, you gonna have to block Hollywood.
Back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone
Fuck is that, bro?
Keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. He shakes it off. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
I just lost this fucking fast.
Need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Young.
The fucking catch, boy. I'm blocking. Oh.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I did not do that. What the fuck?
Throwing, Young. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Ah, damn.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Out of the gun, it's Young. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Neal. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Excuse me.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And just shutting him off there. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On second down, they'll run it here. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Why they keep doing that shit?
They'll try to throw now. Young. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Young from the shotgun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Young now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Young on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
On play action, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Young. Oh, He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, and what a movement on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So it looked like a good opening drive to start this third quarter, but ultimately it's going to be an unfruitful one as they give it away on the fumble.
Yeah, the way they were moving it, you figured they were in good position to take the lead, but they sure picked a bad time to be lackadaisical with the football. They wound up giving it away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's what y'all call him. What the fuck is that?
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Neal. Down inside the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Neal. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to describe, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This is Neal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Jerome Johnson. 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to extend their lead. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And now he'll be brought down in the end zone. And if he went back on his own volition, and he did, that's going to be a safety. And a very rare 1 point here for the kicking team. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Now here's Young. And a little floater there is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Young. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The Young's going to throw for this. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
The third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Fucking get them.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll look to throw. This one taken in by Olave. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught.
Push me right there, bro.
Before he's brought down. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Come on, dog.
Fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw.
Why is he blocking?
And they'll find the open. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll complete this one to Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. He'll go down. Brought down.
My nigga, hey.
Derek Brown able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback.
Go get him, man. Come on.
They got him again. D.J. Johnson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll drop to throw. He gets it left side of Johnson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line?
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Young to throw it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They'll try to throw now. Young. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ballgame. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this one too low.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Young will set to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Back to throw here. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Now Young.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. He's to the 15, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, 72 yards. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22 yards.
Here's first and 10. Young to throw. And that's complete to Brown. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And the Panther first down.
Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. First and 10. Here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Man open left side. It's his running back with it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Young. Flushed out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
So here comes a very important kick now from Michael Badgley. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Badgley's kick is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 10 points going up on the board.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
That's crazy.
Go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Ben, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, turn the pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Saints, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.